Ever wonder why Puerto Ricans love the flag so much? It's not just because we're so proud to be Puerto Rican. The flag we know as the Puerto Rican flag today was not even created in Puerto Rico. It was created in the Lower East Side, New York City. Throughout the 1800s, all these different countries in Latin America got their freedom from the Spanish Empire, except for Cuba and Puerto Rico. After the revolutionary El Grito de Lares independence movement failed, many exiles fled to New York City. At a secret meeting in New York City in 1895, Boricuas met with the Cuban Revolutionary Party and developed the flag we know today by inverting the colors of the Cuban flag. Lola Rodriguez de Tio coined the famous saying, "Two wings of the same bird." The flag they created had the lighter blue than you sometimes see represented on the flag today. After the U.S. invasion in 1898 of Puerto Rico in the Spanish-American War, this flag was greatly discouraged and stigmatized. It got so bad that in 1948, the gag law officially made it illegal to own or to fly this flag in Puerto Rico. Anyone found with flag contraband was to be arrested by colonial authorities. It was part of a coordinated attack on the nationalist movement in Puerto Rico. 9 years later, in 1957, the law was repealed and the flag was changed by the United States government to match the field of blue on the American flag and hopefully cause a sense of assimilation and acceptance. Some people fly this like mixed color flag now to try to, bridge the gap between the two. No matter how you personally relate to the flag now, it still inspires that revolutionary spirit you'd find in many folks around the world.
I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the GMS. Shalom to the hopeful elect, teaching this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom to the ribs and to the sisters out there, learning in silence and staying in order, right? As you saw in the video, Ephraim and Manasseh, it's prophesied of them, being brothers and being interrelated, throughout the struggle. As you can see, they have a really, besides the Southern Kingdom when the Haitians overtook the French revolutionists, right? Ephraim and Manasseh were having similar issues throughout America where they were being oppressed and had to, bring it to physical rebellion. If you read the book, I have it here, 1 second. It's called War Against All Puerto Ricans, Revolution and Terror in America's Colony, right? It was major things going on, especially if you read the book. It's only $10 or whatever, $15. It says War Against All Puerto Ricans, Revolution and Terror in America's Colony by Nelson A. Dennis. You should really read this book. You should have it in your library, amongst other books. But this is good for Ephraim. If you're Ephraimite out there, or if you want to add this to the collection of the Genesis 49 prophecies, you can, which we're gonna probably lightly tap in. Let's go to Genesis 49 now. Genesis 49, verse 22. Joseph is a fruitful bowl, right? A fruitful bowl would be like a bowl of fruits, right? Just picture that. Even a fruitful bowl by a well is like surrounded by water, which symbolizes the island of Puerto Rico, which is surrounded by water, right? It's a bowl, it's a plate surrounded by water, whose branches run over the wall, meaning it extends further than the island itself. The bowl starts in the island of Puerto Rico and branches out of Puerto Rico, and we know what happens with a grapevine. It could be rooted in one place, and the damn near bush could spread 30 feet away from the from the root itself. So we know that we have just as much or even more Puerto Ricans in Babylon than we do in the actual island in which the root started from, right? Where we came through there through Second Ezra's, over where the 10 tribes left the captivity of Assyria and made their home here, right? So it's talking about that bowl, which is the part where we settled in, which is the land that they call Puerto Rico, the land of Borinquen, right? Brave lords, right? In the Hebrew, that's what that's talking about. Let's start again from 22. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall. Verse 23. The archers, who were the archers? Esau, Edom, right? The Spaniards, the ones who conquered us and took our gold and ripped our babies out of babies, the mother stomachs and stuff. That's grievous, man. The way they treated people. They was forcing Cesare Borgias, as you know, as Jesus, by death. Meaning, if you didn't worship that image, you would be killed off, enslaved, and some more. Right? That's how they were sorely grieved. Right? Verse 23. The archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him. To this day, there is a perpetual hate from Esau, Edom, and the other tribes. You find in the book of Obadiah, right? Ezekiel, so on and so forth, right? Verse 24. But his bow abide in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hand of the mighty God of Jacob. From thence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. Right? Verse 25. Even by the God of thy father, who shall help thee, and by the Almighty, who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven, abode blessings of the deep that lieth under, blessings of the breast and of the womb. Right? Because Ephraim, as you all know, multiplies. Fruitful, meaning makes babies, procreates. That is our blessing. I think I've said this before. My my grandmother, which is my mother's mother, obviously, she had 17 kids, and one of them being my mother. And they had kids. And my father's side, my grandmother there had 11. Bringing the total of aunts and uncles very high. Then we gotta, include my cousins and the cousins, and it just multiplies really quickly. And as you know, the Rockefellers implemented a system to give for free to the women in the island to be able to tie their tubes and give them food stamps so they can survive off the government and not make that many babies. So after 2 kids, you were allowed this free thing, and through starvation and hunger, people were compelled to do this surgery because they would have to feed less mouths. For example, my mother was telling me when she was growing up, she had to take a piece of cheese and cut it in four and split it between 4 kids, and there'd be, okay, my math is not really good. There was 17 of them, so see how many slices they have to use for 17 of them as a snack. And Tawada Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for allowing the land to have fruits and vegetables there because they ate off of that as well. And they had chickens, and all that. So forth. And, the point is that Ephraim can make babies. I mean, the whole Israel can, but this is a very special, what you call it, a specific trait that Ephraim has is he makes a lot of babies, right? Start of 25 again. Even by the God of thy father who shall help thee, and by the Almighty who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven above, blessings of the deep that lieth under, blessings of the breast and of the womb, Verse 26, and the blessing of thy father have prevailed above the blessings of my progenitors unto the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. They shall be on the head of Joseph, and on the crown of the head of him that was separate from his brethren. Right? So pertaining to that book, War Against All Puerto Ricans, the Manassites and the Ephraim were very close in the fight for their so-called independence, right? Because it didn't really do much, man. That's not gonna save you, as you saw where we are right now. All those people dying for nothing, right? But it did bring up some awareness to the people, which is a way to educate the people on the history and who this damn devil is, man. Right? This is Genesis 48 verse 17. And when Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, it displeased him, and he held up his father's hand to remove it from Ephraim's head onto Manasseh's head. Verse 18, and Joseph said unto his father, not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put thy right hand upon his head. 19, and his father refused and said, I know it, my son. I know it. He also shall be a people, so like he also shall become a people, and he also shall be great. But truly his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his seed shall become a multitude of nations. See, this is that fruitfulness, that multiplication status, the greatness of that nation, who will become the head of the 10 tribes. Right? It says, verse 20, and he blessed them that day, saying, in thee shall Israel be blessed, saying, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai make thee as Ephraim and as Manasseh. And he set Ephraim before Manasseh. Right? And Israel said unto Joseph, behold, I die, but Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall be with you, and bring you again unto the land of your fathers. Verse 22, moreover, I have given to thee one portion above thy brethren, which I took out of the hand of the Amorite with my sword and with my bow. Right? So that's how that played out. But don't get it twisted. The whole tribe, all the 12 tribes, are going to cause havoc on this wicked kingdom of Babylon. Right? And he's going to use Judah to start off the awakening. And he's going to bend the bow with Ephraim. The 10 tribes, which consists of northern and southern kingdom as a whole. Right? Zechariah 9:13. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bowl with Ephraim, and raised up the sons of Zion against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. Right? This is all 12 tribes, man, coming to shoot at Esau. Verse 14. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning. And the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall blow the trumpet, and shall go with whirlwinds of the south. Right? So, with that being said, I'll say Shalom. Kahalo Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And on to the next one.